What if carbon buried for 3,000 years is suddenly leaking back into the atmosphere? Not from factories, not from wildfires, but from lakes deep inside one of the most remote rainforests on Earth. And scientists have just confirmed it. A study published February 23rd in Nature Geoscience reveals that two vast tropical lakes, Lake Mai-Ndombe and Lake Tumba, are releasing ancient carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. These lakes sit in the heart of the Congo Basin, a region so remote that large parts of it remain scientifically understudied. And visually, these are blackwater lakes, dark like tea or coffee, stained by dissolved organic matter from surrounding peatlands. That dark color is part of the story. The Congo Basin's peatlands store roughly 30 billion tons of carbon, one of the largest tropical carbon reserves on Earth. For decades, scientists viewed this as a kind of carbon vault, waterlogged soils locking carbon away for millennia. To investigate, researchers traveled deep into this rainforest system and collected water samples from the lakes. They analyzed the dissolved carbon dioxide using radiocarbon dating, and the results were striking. A significant portion of the carbon dioxide escaping from these lakes wasn't recent plant material. It was between 2,000 and 3,500 years old. In some measurements, up to 40% of the carbon emitted was ancient peat carbon. That means carbon buried thousands of years ago is being transported from surrounding wetlands into the lakes, where microbes break it down and it escapes as carbon dioxide. The carbon vault, it turns out, has a leak. Why didn't we know this before? Because while the Amazon has been intensively studied for decades, parts of the Congo Basin have remained something of a scientific black box. Until now, and this matters. Climate models depend on understanding whether carbon stores remain stable. If warming, drought, or land use changes increase the vulnerability of these peatlands, that could create a feedback loop. Warming, more peat decomposition, more carbon release, more warming. Even if gradual, that's a mechanism that wasn't fully represented in global carbon budgets. The Congo Basin covers only a tiny share of Earth's land surface, yet it stores about a third of all tropical peat carbon. So even small destabilization effects could have outsized global consequences. Ancient carbon, once thought safely buried for millennia, is now resurfacing through water. And it's a reminder that the climate system still holds surprises, especially in places we've barely studied. For science-based climate stories unpacked clearly, subscribe to Environment Eyepiece, where every story follows the data.